Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I have a veganism update, and I'm gonna go ahead and clear the elephant in the room about the title, why we are no longer a vegan household. Just give me a moment. This right here would be the reason why. It would not really be fair to Mr. Winslow and Mrs. Darla if we force veganism on them. They are 100% carnivorous animals. So that is the reason we are not a 100% vegan household anymore. However, I do have ever-growing children with changing of mindsets and opinions, and I felt like this would be a good video just for the overall growth, I feel, of humanity, especially within the realms of veganism or a plant-based lifestyle. More and more people are choosing not to identify as vegan. There are still flies in this house. Less and less people are choosing to identify as vegan. I think mainly it's due to how cult-like the movement has become. If you make just the slightest misstep, you are basically like publicly attacked, like to a very ferocious level, particularly online. And I think we all make mistakes as vegan and don't always know when we're buying something that is 100% vegan, be it shoes, be it bags, be it hats, gifts we are given from people like woolen hats, so on and so forth. Like there was someone who is vegan who was gifted a woolen hat for Christmas time and was wearing it, and she got publicly attacked for it. So I have to say the movement is extreme, it's ridiculous, and there's no way to be a perfect vegan. And what I think we should all try to strive for is maybe instead of trying to push this like really strict, rigid, aggressive mindset onto people, what if we actually just promoted how we can make it easier to end a little bit of animal suffering, as well as improve our health and help with the environment, because that's really what I think eating less animal products is about. So first of all, I do have a teenager now. It's more about what's tasty to her, and she's a little bit jealous of a lot of the options her friends have. So we are still a vegan household. I only prepare vegan options, but when she is out of the house or at school, she is eating pretty much whatever she wants. So my second daughter, Leia, she definitely has more of a taste palette for vegan food. I'm not really sure why, but ever since she was very small, stupid fly, ever since she was very small, she's always gravitated towards really healthy food. Like she loves potatoes, she loves tomatoes, she loves salads. She's just like she loves sweets, but she doesn't have anywhere near the sweet tooth that me and my daughter Olivia have, for example. We are all very, very different people with very different needs as well. So I'm definitely paying attention to that and making sure that Olivia is getting as much nutrients as possible. So anything she could get from meat, iron, for example, I make sure that she gets enough of it in her vegan diet here at home, and then she explores, of course, on her own. And we have had all of our kids' blood tested, and they all don't have any nutrient deficiencies. So we have decided to keep going forward with just keeping our plant-based vegan lifestyle in our house. So raising vegan kids, in truth, is a lot more difficult than I was expecting it to be. My son Darian, he also just kind of eats whatever he is given the option to, and he has expressed that he does enjoy Wurst. That is sausage in German. And I have absolutely no idea what the future holds. I really don't want to push it. I have made a vow to myself to not push anything onto my kids at a young age, be it veganism, religion. This is actually really hard. We live in Bavaria again, as I have been talking about. It's very conservative, highly religious. They study religion in school even. My kids are signed up for ATIC or ethics, so it's more of like a humanitarian, like how to be a good person kind of class, because I don't really want to indoctrinate my kids into especially religious bounds at a very young age. If it is something that they want to explore later in the future, no judgment. If you are religious, no judgment. You guys know I'm a very spiritual person. I don't have a rigid, strict belief system, but I do believe we have souls. I do believe that there is an afterlife, and I do believe that we are kind of like one big family in a sense. I don't necessarily believe in God the way that certain religions do. None of my children have been baptized under the Catholic Church. All of the other family members in my husband's side has, and that has definitely been an issue. It is my belief system that my kids should have the option to choose what they want to follow once they grow up and are mature enough to make these decisions. The overall moral of this video is raising vegan kids has not really been a success for me, but I'm not super upset about it. I'm okay with them exploring and yeah, having their own voice. As a matter of fact, I really, as hard as it can be, I actually really love that my kids feel that they can openly tell me, you know what, mommy, I don't agree with you. The last thing I wanted to touch on is, would I ever quit veganism? So I have been vegan for 10 years and at this point I don't see it coming, but as I said, I'm not that rigidly vegan. If I ever felt that I was not feeling well and if I really had to experiment with animal food because nothing else was working, then I would do that. But at this point, 10 years is around the point where a lot of people quit. Maybe even a little sooner, actually. It's probably more around the like 1 to 5 year mark, but a lot of people do quit around my stage. Science is evolving and changing, and we do have a lot of evidence to back up now that veganism is perfectly safe so long as you take certain supplements. But I mean, you do need to take certain supplements like B12, from my opinion, as a meat eater these days anyway. And that is because B12 is also not really an animal sourced vitamin. It is something that the animals are getting injected into them because we have a depletion in our soil. So fruits and vegetables don't have adequate levels of B12, therefore the animals are not eating it either. So far, after 3 pregnancies, 3 childbirths, I have yet to have a iron deficiency as a menstruating woman, though I do have friends who are not vegans who have suffered from iron deficiency, but there is a lot of research going into the fact that things like vitamin D and iron deficiency are actually more a cause of a genetic predisposition. I wanted to touch a little bit on this protein obsession, especially as a lifting vegan, like someone who lifts very, very heavy weights. I have got to tell you, I think we have a protein fetish in our society to a point where it is not normal. We are seeing people eating, especially within this community, 150 grams of protein plus, and it did not suit me well at all. That is not to say that maybe it doesn't suit some people, but I was getting breakouts, I was bloated, I was miserable, I had brain fog, and this is all plant-based. I gained way too much weight and not in the way that I wanted. It didn't all just convert into muscle. Just no. No. I'm back to a more balanced approach of carbs, proteins, and fats, and it is serving me much better, and I'm just so glad that I have this willpower within me to go against the grain where necessary. I'm all for experimenting, but where it doesn't suit me or I believe that it is doing me wrong, I will always take 10 steps back and say, you know what, I was wrong, they're wrong, you're wrong, whatever, and just live my life according to what actually suits me and not what I'm trying to make work. Oh, Darla came to join us. I didn't even notice. How cute. So if you are a vegan couple and you have children who are choosing to go against veganism, please don't feel bad. Your kids are entitled to their own opinions. Like I said before, I will never push religion on my kids. A strict, I would even say veganism can kind of coincide with religion, the way that some people treat it. And then also, I will never push my kids to do a career or to get perfect grades if that is something that is making them inherently miserable, even if it's for the so-called greater good. I would absolutely love to start making more recipe videos on here again. First of all, give this video a thumbs up and give every video that is a recipe video that you ever see that you like a thumbs up, because recipe videos, of all the different types of videos there are to make, are the absolute hardest videos to make. Like, I've made quite a variety of videos, from fitness and gym content to like these sit down videos, which are definitely the easiest, I have to say, to, well, sometimes they're a little controversial and hard to read the comments. I would like to still advocate that everyone try adding especially just more fiber into their diets. We are in this like protein obsession era, and I do think that it is not the best, and I think that's part of the reason 95% of the population, be it the States, be it Germany, be it the UK, is suffering from not getting enough fiber and things like constipation. So it would be great if we could all just like maybe pick a couple days a week where we thought, you know what, we're going to eat more plants. That would just be, I think, really great for the planet, for your health. I'm telling you guys, vegan food can really taste good, and I'm trying my best to prove it to people. And yeah, I just have like my balanced glow back, and I'm just really happy about that, because doing the whole high protein thing, even vegan, was a struggle. I'm definitely never going to stand with the carnivore diet either. I mean, you can do what you want to do, but I have heard about it. Keep it away from me. That's basically all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Vegan for 10 years, not exactly the most vegan household in the world, but we are doing our best. Maybe I should call myself plant-based. Leave it in the comments. What do you guys think? Should I just stick to plant-based? I usually just say vegan because I'm pretty vegan. Also because YouTube just resources it better when I say vegan. But perhaps I am more on the plant-based side, and I am okay with that. You guys can call me what you want. That's a little veganism update, 10 years going strong. And I am looking forward to making more recipe videos, but like I said, those are some of the harder videos. So please give this video a thumbs up if you would like some more inspiration like that. And I will see you in my next one.